wipes.
Yeah, true, but I'm just trying to get my dick sucked. You on Pornhub trying to watch a dude fist butts. Trying to bring the comedy back in, kicking stupid shit to get the audience laughing.
Man, this shit is stupid as hell, but maybe this'll get us both up on double XL.
To reaching out to other artists in different provinces and being able to connect and do all that.
And
Camera's out.
ooh, it's off.
Not yet. 1 second. We are back,
We're alive.
you motherfuckers.
It's not over. The Thiccc and Dizzy podcast.
It is never over.
After what? I don't even know how long it's been.
It has been months since we've done this.
Since we've even talked about it. But welcome back, you degenerate motherfuckers who spend time watching this show, or you lovely people. Hi, Mom.
Degenerate motherfuckers.
Yeah, she doesn't make it far through the episodes most times.
No, probably not.
She tries. That's I guess a funny thing to kick it off. When I met you, I didn't know you or your family, but I remember just like a tall, like bulldog looking dude with a big chain was standing by your merch table, and I was just like, is this dude security? Is this guy gonna punch me out?
That's my dad.
That's your dad. Yeah. And shit. Since our last episode, we've had a whole bunch of shenanigans. I got drunk at your Christmas party with you and your dad, and I told all your coworkers that you were gay.
For the record, I'm not gay.
Not that it would matter. Yes.
My girlfriend lives in Alberta, and unfortunately she couldn't come down for a Christmas party, so I had to take this. And it went so...
Every time he told that story, I was like, yeah, that's what he keeps telling people, but, you know, it's 2022. He can be
bilingual.
But yeah, and I mean, on that, the reason I brought that up is because, like, there's some hilarious photos of, like, our shows, and then you see, like, off in the corner, there's Elisa just rocking out. She's, like, probably super uncomfortable, but she always comes out to the shows. It doesn't matter what club it is.
That's the mom, though.
Oh, yeah.
She dope. Yeah, we did a lot of shit within the past few months. We went on tour to BC.
Oh, shit. We haven't done a single podcast since then.
We have not done a single podcast since then, but yes, we went to BC. We headlined a tour out in a couple cities out there, and that shit was like a dream to me. I'll tell you that.
Long time coming.
It was a long time coming, yeah. I've been wanting to do shows in BC since I was in fucking high school. Since I started making music and shit, that's when I wanted to go out to BC, and we made that shit come true, so... Thank you to you guys.
Yeah,
made
for
that shit
real.
possible.
Thank you to all of you. And I think, funny enough, we were even talking about that on the last podcast episode with Zero, when we were
Talking
saying
about wanting to go out to BC.
how it's more of our market or whatever out west compared to Ontario and Toronto, and just the kind of music that these kids buzz around here. For better or worse, I like Toronto music, but it's just...
We resonate with the BC population.
Yeah, the shows out there were awesome. Like, Victoria...
Yeah, Victoria was fire.
We get there and it's like, at first it was somebody's like house, right? So we're like, what?
Yeah, it was a backyard, but then...
I thought I was going to be like rapping on like a patio, you know,
No, there was like a full stage set up, and we had lights and a DJ, and that shit went as professional.
Yeah,
more professional than half the fucking shows that we do at venues.
Literally, they framed and fucking painted the stage, they decorated,
yeah.
Like, and there was like, there was like probably 100 people there, like.
Easy, yeah. That was a good fucking time.
No masks, just like no regulations, just everyone like drinking, front row, like enjoying the music, which is crazy to think we haven't done that once at even any other show in the last like 3 years.
Yeah, that shit got me hyped, bro. Now that all this COVID shit is finally settling down, which means we can get back to booking shows and booking tours and bringing you guys actual live entertainment. We also did that live on Zoom call, Fuck the Elite show, which went well.
I was stoked with that. There was a bunch of people who had never seen us live, even in person.
So again,
they're surprised with how fun like the whole experience was. The sound was good. Like
yeah, we tried to keep that shit as professional as possible. And you've seen how professional we keep things.
We did like a bunch of freestyling too, like probably an hour of freestyles, which maybe one of us will do a little spin on today's episode. We'll see.
It might get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's break it down. Like, you want to talk a little bit more about the tour? We just talked about Victoria a little bit.
Yeah, so I think Victoria we kicked off. That was the first show, and
because a bunch of shit got.
Yeah, it was in the middle of a pandemic, and fucking shit happens during a pandemic.
it was hard to even decide if we were gonna fly out there or not.
Yeah, we didn't know if we could even get across the country. We didn't know if we could fly. But thankfully, luck came through, and we were able to make it across the country and
A couple
perform
of loopholes and
perform for you guys, which we thank you. This is a blessing to be able to even tour in the first place, let alone a tour be successful.
yeah, and shout out to like all the BC homies. Shout out to Mo Dirt, Arrow, Deshaun Jackson, Marshall Eclipse, and Bennick for holding it. And Skyly. Skyly was a real trooper too on the tour.
Shout out to the road team, bro.
She sold us a ton of fucking tickets. Just, you know, you got a cute girl up front running the door saying, hey, there's a hip hop show, and people are gonna stop and talk no matter what, even if they could give less of a fuck about rap.
Yeah,
we got some funny people to buy tickets.
We did that in Nanaimo, yeah, because that show wasn't really going well at first, because Spenny from Kenny and Spenny was
right up the street.
He was doing a comedy show right up the street.
Man, I wanted to leave our fucking show and go see Kenny and Spenny.
It's not every day you get to see Spenny.
I think you guys actually left to go, like, because the show was going to end pretty early, like it was a comedy show. Yeah. I think we went to go, like, poach people from the show to say, hey, we got a
yeah, there was a couple people that left, and it was the time, I'll tell you that. That whole night was...
Well, I was just pissed because I was like, man, these motherfuckers get to go to the Kenny and Spenny show, and I was fucking at the venue waiting for shit to get popping.
But yeah, then we had a couple people roll through. We had a couple interesting characters come through, which I think my favorite highlight of that night was this drunk bitch that randomly hopped in the van with us. And when we get back to our hotel, she decides to hop out of the van.
Oh, she didn't decide to hop out the van, dog.
Yeah.
It was like I remember sitting like there was a bucket seat that you were in most of the tour, and it was like near one of the doors, and then there was like I don't know, like a two-seat, like a van seat, and me and Skyly were in that shit. She was in this bucket seat, and the door was open. We were all just like chatting. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Nobody was getting up or out of the van, and she's literally sitting there and just like fucking takes like half of a drunk step and fucking completely belly flops, like
base dive, not one thing catching her fall, not even a handout, just complete face to concrete.
It looked like RKO came out of nowhere and just fucking...
That was one of the funniest fucking things I have ever seen.
And I just felt like so bad for laughing, but I also like...
That's what you get.
It didn't matter who it was fucking hilarious.
If you're gonna bang your face off concrete, I'm laughing at you.
You gotta be able to laugh it off.
That shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah. And she was fine. She was good. She got up.
She took it like a champ.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there was no broken nose or broken teeth.
Yeah, nothing.
But that was
I completely forgot about that.
That was a good time.
Yeah, and it was just like interesting too, because like we go from Victoria, which was like a sweet show, and then Nanaimo was a great experience, but it was like that was one of the nights where we're working hard for our money that night, you know. But
the bartender was a dickhead.
Yeah, I was just happy I got to watch the fight card. I think Thiago Santos is fighting somebody. And I just remember like feeling weird about watching like UFC on my phone. And then we get there and the promoter for the show.
Shout out to Details, man.
Yeah, Details, the homie, he's fucking there watching the event on his phone too. So I'm just like, oh, did we just become best friends?
What is he?
We do karate in the garage?
He hosts or he announces?
I'm gonna have to go on Fight Pass and find the league so I don't like paraphrase or whatever. But
he announces for some MMA.
Yeah, he's basically Bruce Buffer for all of the islands in BC. You know, he does most of their pro fight leagues, and they're all like what would you call them? Like not filler leagues. They're like they're all just a siphon to the UFC. This is where they get all their Contender Series guys, their tough guys. And they're like prelim fighters. They're signing them for these smaller leagues they own, like all over the world. So yeah, you can go on, if you have Fight Pass, you can go and you can see Details, you know, do the Bruce Buffer in the middle of the octagon.
Yeah, he looks snazzy as fuck in that suit that I seen too. I seen him post something on Facebook and he just had this like nice ass suit on.
That was cool too, because we met Details, and so I just felt at home. And while Skyly was getting people to come to the show, one of the guys who was there, he was like, oh, like, I got a ticket to the show, like, I'm really happy to be here, but I really have to save money, like, I'm probably just gonna, like, go, there's somewhere that didn't have door cover and, like, cheaper drinks, and so I was like, oh, I'll buy you a beer, you know, chat with this guy, and he was from France, so So he lived in France most of his life, like as a kid and teenager, and then moved to Montreal when he was like 20. And so he was like 30-year-old guy now, and he had done martial arts for the last like 15, 20 years. So I was wearing a Khabib shirt, and so he asked if I was from Dagestan.
Oh.
Yeah, because I got this filthy beard.
Yeah, you got that neck beard going on.
And yeah, so we were just talking about grappling, and he trained at the gym in Montreal that GSP will train at and does classes from. He said he never trained under him or anything, but yeah, it's just cool. Like, it just felt like, even if it's a night that you want to be like discouraged by, oh, there's another big show going on, it's not packed out, the people you meet and the experience you have is always like even a little bit cooler.
You always meet one person that you can sit there and talk to for fucking hours at hip hop shows, bro.
Yeah.
There's always that one person that you can just connect with on like some type of level.
Were you with me at the Bennett in, where is that, Coquitlam?
Coquitlam, yeah.
We were in Coquitlam.
Oco.
Or, yeah, it was like Port Moody, Coquitlam, I think. It's like a Tri-City, kind of like Kitchener-Waterloo. And the owner of that club, the Bennett, there's like a restaurant. He was a Greek guy. Yeah. And he brought, at least, it was me and Bennett, or me and someone, he brought us upstairs to show us his pet snake.
Bro, I have a picture of that on my phone. He walked up to me out of nowhere and he's just like, hold my snake. Yeah. And I was like,
he was just so happy to show us this snake. I thought it was the fucking most awesome thing ever. He was just so proud. He was a grown man. He's like, come look into my snake.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? This guy just throws a snake in my hands. I'm like, bro, I don't even like snakes to begin with.
You like your own snake in your hands, so.
Like, fuck. This guy's just humming baby boas at me in the middle of a show, and I'm thrown off by it. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
You came out there like Hobson with the fucking snake around your neck, like.
And then I opened with Snake Pit. I should have just brought the snake on stage.
Oh, I forgot we were trying to do that. Yeah, I was gonna be like, yeah, film with this snake for the video, but the snake's like fucking.
It was like this, man. Yeah. Just a tiny little baby boa, but.
Fuck, man. What else is noteworthy? We were in Vancouver, and I think I made a joke even about like, oh fuck, we're gonna go to Vancouver and we're gonna get booked in like East Hastings or something. And
we got booked on East Hastings.
We got booked in East Hastings. It was cool. Like, there was like.
It's definitely a different scene down there.
Yeah, it was like Philly a little bit, just with the amount of people like sleeping like on the streets, like not because they like had a sleeping bag in a tent, but they were like standing up like fucking sleeping.
Yeah, that shit was really unfortunate to see.
It was wild. Like, I saw people like in wheelchairs and shit who were just like spinning around on that like part of the street for like hours, like the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
And so yeah, outside it was rough. Like, there was hundreds of people sleeping on the streets for the street we were on. But we still managed to get like at least what I would call a crowd. Like, I don't know how many people were there.
There was a good crowd at that one for the situation.
Yeah, enough to make a front row and to like still vibe out. I know you were feeling kind of sick that night, but
I had a fucking migraine from hell that night. So I sat there with headphones in. I have like those AirPods that you get that noise cancellation shit. So I just sat there for like half of the show, and my head was fucking killing me, and I'm just like, fuck this. And I was headlining that night. It was every night it went between me and Mo Dirt. Shout out to Mo Dirt.
Yeah, shout out to Mo.
And that was my night that I had the headline, and I was like, fuck. I don't know if I can do this. I toughed it out.
Yeah, you did.
I toughed that shit. I just gave up and started drinking. And I was like, if there's one way to get rid of this hangover, I'm just going to be drunk.
This guy tells me, yeah, I'm not drinking on this tour. And, we didn't get drunk that much. We were, like, separated a lot, like, just with the cities we were in. But yeah, you still partied.
I drank a little bit.
You drank a little bit.
I didn't drink like normal dizzy drunk. I've actually been cutting back on drinking. Having a little couple brewskis for the podcast, because it's been a minute. And drunk dizzy is a little more...
He's a menace to society, let's say.
I'm a little different.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was great. I was really nervous not nervous in like a sense because like, she's a girl or my girlfriend, but I just know tours hard on like some of my best friends, some of the toughest dudes I've known.
Tours make you want to kill people.
Yeah, it's so stressful, right? And she like not only like...
She toughed it out, bro. You guys did really well.
She didn't have a single complaint. She enjoyed herself, but I think she like really helped everyone else like stay calm and enjoy themselves. It was
it was nice having that one person that was grounded the entire time, and like anything went wrong, you're just like, shit.
Yeah.
I just need someone to like tell me everything's not fucked up in this moment, because that's how tour gets. You go on tour and everything just feels fucked up. because your days are fucked. You don't know what time it is half the fucking time.
What's their time change too? They're 3 hours
3 hours
behind
behind.
us.
So yeah, I remember the first day we got there. We flew out, and we got there fairly early. It was like maybe 5 p.m. there. So it would have been super late for us. It was like 8 p.m. And I remember as soon as I got back to Mo's crib, I was done. I just passed right the fuck out.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe we went to Arrow's crib. And I just passed out on the couch. It was like fucking 9 o'clock when I passed out.
Yeah, I could barely like be like simple and like actually like get to know people. I was like, hello, nice to meet you. All right, where can I sleep? I'm going to bed. Like
that 5-hour flight just hits different.
Yeah, fucking. And then yeah, you flew out to Alberta at the end of the tour because we had what, like 12 dates, and
we had 12 dates booked, and
we did like 4 or 5. But like we were happy to do any. We probably would have gone out there for like 1-2 shows just to go out west, but COVID, you know, they had no restrictions, no masks, there was no mandates at all at this point other than masks, no vax mandates. And then once we booked the tour and we were about to buy plane tickets, all of a sudden they brought back the mask mandate and they introduced the vax mandate before Ontario did. So we're like, fuck, like how are we even gonna really throw a show? They went from being the most open place in Canada to like the first place to get really locked down again.
It went well. I'd say that was a successful tour.
Yeah, for like all the circumstances, and then even how successful it was compared to other endeavors, I was so stoked.
Yeah, because like, you've heard
great people too.
Yeah, really great people. That was a tour team is what that was. That wasn't even like a squad. We all worked together to make that the most successful, well-rounded tour I've ever been on. Yeah,
and like even just the fact that you put my name in the hat. You're like, yeah, I'm coming. I'm bringing.
I didn't even give you a chance.
Yeah, like Skyler calls me. She's like, "You're going on tour in BC." I'm like, "I'm going on tour in BC." Like, I guess, like, because I was tagged in a bunch of shit. I didn't even know about it, let alone say.
I made the poster, booked all these shows, and I was like, "Yo, I need you to book flights at the BC." And this motherfucker's like, "What?" And I'm like, "We're doing a tour in BC. It's 12 days. Let's go." And this
it would have been like a month-and-a-half tour too.
It was a long tour, yeah. And yeah, unfortunately, due to circumstances, we only got to do a couple shows out there. But my fucking word, we are coming back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's no doubt about that. We are coming back. We are coming full fucking force.
And I just bring that up because you know, we had extra dates in between a lot of our shows.
Yeah, we had like sleep, rest days, and fucking.
It was just great because then we got way more time to chill with each other, like the tour, the other members on the tour, and just like see the province, see all the shit that was going on out there.
That was really nice, man. To reaching out to other artists in different provinces and being able to connect and do all that.
And
camera's off.
Ooh, it's off?
Not yet.
Ah.
1 second.
Alright. So yeah, we had to flip the camera over. That's a usual occurrence here. So sorry if you're listening just through headphones or whatever.
It happens.
But yeah, I was so stoked just to meet like the openers, the fans, the people we were on the tour with, and even when you were gone, when you went out to Alberta to see your girl, and it was like me, Sky, Mo, and Ben. I had a blast, man. Just like smoking with Ben and just talking and like.
Yeah, you guys went on like nature hikes without me and shit.
I dropped acid in the mountains in BC. I thought I was like in Endor, you know. I'll put some photos through. But I had a blast. You know, Ben got some photos of me just, you know, like feeling some moss and just doing some stupid hippie shit.
I'm a little jealous, to be honest.
Yeah, it was fun. Some guy just gave me like a tab of acid at the show, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not taking this. And then
you ended up taking it.
And I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I can't bring it on the plane. I had it the whole time. I was like, we're in the woods, like.
You're like, why the fuck not? Let's do acid.
Literally. Hopefully, nobody who's going to be deeply ashamed of hearing that is listening, but it is what it is, man.
It happens. But no, yeah, that was it was a fun time, just going out there, seeing the city, seeing the fucking, not the city, the country, or not the country, the province. The province.
I swear we didn't take a bunch of shots when the camera went off there.
No, fuck. My dumbass brain just don't comprehend shit. But no, it was just beautiful seeing the province, and like I got videos of like just the mountains and crazy shit like that, and like I've never seen mountains before. We've gone out east and seen like the shit in New Brunswick, but that ain't mountains. Now we're good.
Shit, man, it wouldn't be the Thick and Dizzy podcast if we didn't have a bit of fucking issues, right?
It's the way it is.
It's just the way she goes. But yeah, we talked about tour for a while there, so if anyone was even on the tour with us, they've heard about it enough, but that was a great time, for sure.
It was a really good time.
Fuck
I
yeah.
cannot wait to come back and do that shit all over again. 100 times plus. Because I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
He might debate it on the internet sometimes.
I might debate it on the internet. That's just to make you guys buy my albums.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah, well, they're trash anyway.
Albums are trash. I wish I had a copy that I could just like throw at the camera.
There actually is one over there.
I think I have one in my backpack too, so actually fuck it. I'm gonna pick someone in the comments, comment this album is trash and fuck you Dizzy, and I will pick someone in the comments to give a free signed album to.
Hell yeah.
And that means a lot because I ain't even signed this motherfucker's copy.
You don't sign shit.